Hi, in today's video I want to talk about triggers. What are the human triggers and how do they manifest in our life and why? So, why do we experience triggers and actually how can we manage maybe these symptoms that keep on resurfacing? Hi, let's let me introduce myself because I think it is a great way to start. So I am actually a master's student in psychology and psychotherapy. So my passion it is actually trauma research and certain LGBTQI plus community topics like dating, relationships, attachment, um, and yeah, any other type of human interactions and topics related to human interactions. So let's just dive a bit more deeper into this topic. Like, what kind of triggers do do you have in your life? What kind of triggers can we have in our life? Well, let's just say, you know, you have a business, I don't know, meeting or business event that you need to do, and let's just say that this business event takes place in another city. So this business meeting or event takes place in another city, and you need to use the plane, you know, to get from A to B, but you have a fear of flying. You have fear of flying. So you actually get on the plane, but you are anxious the whole way. You are terrified. And based on the duration of your flight, these anxiety can spike or can actually just slow down and to be on a more manageable manageable level. So what do I wanted to say? You see, for example, trigger can be losing control. So for some of us, losing control, it is a trigger. Actually, it is also for me. It is a trigger for me as well, losing control, because there are some certain situations, be it professional, like job situation or relationship or dating situation, where some of the experiences, some of my experiences of my past actually somehow keeps me in the past even though I'm in the present moment, you see. And it has, like, I would say, like, it has like really detrimental effects on our quality of life and our day-to-day activities. So what is this trigger? Well, some of us would describe this trigger as a reaction. So this trigger is a reaction. So as I said, we have certain experiences, maybe traumatic experiences, or let's consider them bad, core, like quote unquote, sorry, where we have lived certain traumas, like, I don't know, maybe attachment trauma, maybe any other relationship trauma, and there is a wound there, you see, attached to that traumatic event. And actually, when we do not access that pain that gets stored in our body, well, that resurfaces when certain persons, people's situations, life experiences just push us to somehow do something with this traumatic event, with that feeling, with that core feeling, you know. Actually, triggers happen, I would say. So this is my personal take on. Triggers happen when we have lived certain experiences where our control, we in that moment in the past, we thought that we need to actually give out our control to the other person or persons, because we actually were in that victim mentality, you know. And I'm not saying this with negative connotation, because after all, it is normal to feel powerless and to just don't see any other options where you actually just be an active party of your story, you see. So I would say that triggers happen in the present moment based on what we have experienced in our past. How can we deal with these triggers? It is like a very, very interesting topic. I would say, actually, when we have identified these triggers, we get to just observe them. So this is the tricky part, you know, because when we relive certain experiences, when we face certain triggers, we tend to just go back to that past moment. So we are on that automatic pilot mode, you know, where we react. We don't think, we don't sense, we just don't observe, we react. We just tend to react because, you see, that pain that is still there, it is very much active and alive in the present as well. So my suggestion would be, if you allow me, that it's very important, like first and foremost, it's very important from my perspective to just observe what do you feel, what thoughts are in your mind, and how can you actually just calm yourself down at a level to maintain this presence, you know, to maintain this presence that, okay, I'm here in the present moment. Okay, what I'm feeling, I have felt also in my past, but that's totally okay. I'm not shameful. There is nothing wrong with me. It is totally okay. I have lived certain traumatic events that actually resurfaced now in the present moment. That is totally okay. That is totally right. There is nothing wrong with you. By observing emotional and physical reactions, maybe you're feeling overwhelmed, you want to escape, you want to attack, you want to hide. Yeah, you can just observe these, you know, you can just observe these and move past. The other, like the second point, I would say, is reflect on these emotions, and maybe if you have a conflict with somebody, maybe just try to let them in by giving as much detail as it is comfortable for you, and to just create a context, you know, that okay, I'm feeling this and this, I'm feeling very sad right now, I'm feeling very anxious, or I'm feeling very attacked right now. But you see, this is actually has very less thing to do with you, but it is regarding, it has like past relevance, but also present moment relevance, of course, you know, to let the other person in, actually communicate, because communication is like also very, very important, you see, in our adult life, and it is one of the main role of the adult relationship, or adult role self, or adult self. Okay, so when we actually manage to reflect on these emotions that come in a form of a trigger, some people get violent, some people get like very drawn into themselves, like very I don't know, reserved and very quiet, you see. And communication, you see, communication is also key, like let the other person in, just the way it feels comfortable to you. And the last one, from my experience, it is understanding what actually caused, what is the root cause of this trigger. Because you see, the trigger that actually is coming in the present moment, it is tied to the past events that actually maybe we didn't have the resources to just try to unpack and see what kind of life history is there, life story is there to just work through, and maybe include other people, like a therapist or a good friend, or a therapist and a good friend, or a partner, a therapist and a good friend. Sure. You see, with these triggers also, I would say that for some of us, we leave this isolation part. That, okay, something is wrong with me. Okay, that means that I'm sick. Okay, that means that I'm not adequate, I'm inadequate, or there is something very, very wrong with me and it's incurable. No, it's not. You're totally perfectly fine. You see, you just have lived some traumatic events in the past, and these surfaces when actually the body also wants to regulate itself, to heal, to just give you that experience that actually is beneficial to you, that actually helps you to move forward, to just be there for you and to be you. In order to do that, you actually need to just work with your body and to just try to be your best friend. Okay, thank you for joining me in this discussion, and please, if you liked this video, you can share it, you can like it, and please subscribe, because this is the only way I can keep doing these videos. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a happy and a healthy life. Stay safe, stay happy.